We may never know the circumstances that led to this, led to this event, to this guy who seemingly had everything, that sort of descended into this place where he gets charged with first-degree murder and is being investigated for other murders. We may never know that. I mean, but what we did is try to take a look at who he was, where he came from, what his family was like as a child growing up, and to see exactly what happened in his life and what may have led to this. The common belief in all of this has been that Aaron really, his life came undone after his father died when he was 16 years old, and that he went off to Florida, started getting in trouble. He was in trouble in high school in the last months before he left for Florida, and that this all has just sort of mushroomed since then. What we did is went back and looked at what's happened in Bristol in his younger days, and we found that his life was much more thorny than anybody has really known in public. That his parents had remarried, they were divorced and remarried as a kid. Mother and father went through bankruptcies. And that his mother was involved in a sports gambling operation when he was 11 years old, and was arrested and charged in that case. And so those kinds of things really have an effect on a kid. And we found some more troubling things as he grew older, and his mother became involved after his father died with his ex-convict who was abusive and went to prison for attacking her. So it's really a kind of a dramatic behind-the-scenes series of events that some people weren't aware of before this. Both of Aaron's parents grew up in Bristol. They went to high school, the same high school. Dennis, his father, was 2 years ahead of his mother, and as I said, they married early, and then his mother, by the time he was 11, they clearly were having financial problems. That they had a couple of bankruptcies before then, and when he was 11, she was involved in this pretty substantial sports gambling operation out of her house. She had two phone lines she was working, according to the organized crime task force that investigated the case. She had working 2 phone lines, taking nearly $500,000 of bets in one brief period in late 2000 and early 2001. And the bookie that she was working with went to prison for 3 years. It's not clear exactly because of Connecticut law what she was the outcome of her case, but she clearly was arrested and it was in fairly deep in that gambling operation. This is one of those classic cases of a double life where people think they know a person. They think they see this man as a Patriot star, as a father, a fiance, a guy. He won last year the Pop Warner Award for Inspiration to Youth Award. That's what much of the sporting public saw of Aaron Hernandez. What they didn't see, and what has shocked so many people around him, it was this other life of real sort of darkness, this underworld of guns and drugs and violence that he was involved in with these other ex-convicts. With these ex-convicts, he certainly wasn't, but with these ex-convicts, and it's just sort of mushroomed and rolled into this terrible series of circumstances where he finds himself now in jail, accused of murder.